I am JDWolf, and welcome to Mission 9 of my Impossible Ironman campaign. If you recall last time, we took our intrepid group of heroes, Wilson, Collateral, Lockdown, Boomer, Desperado, and Squatty K, to Perth, Australia for Operation Fallen Mist, where the aliens have set up in an office complex, typing up bogus emails, making prank phone calls, and basically making a nuisance of themselves. So, in an effort to get those people back to work, we have to rid the office of the infestation. Alright, so here we are. We sit down on the corner of the map. The only full cover are these alien pods. So, what I'm going to do is set up both snipers in the very farthest alien pod possible. Now, the front of the building is full of windows, so if we approach from that side, there really isn't any vehicles, or we could approach from that side. I decided to take it on this side because I know that there's a van down here that can provide full cover as well, so we want to stay as far away from the windows as possible. The idea is to get the squad of 4 behind the building and scare the aliens out into the open where the snipers can pick them off through the windows. But in order to get over on that side, I'm going to throw a battle scanner to be sure there's nobody over there. And we see one alien just on the very edge, way down there. So I consider it pretty safe to go ahead and sprint to get a little closer and cut our time down. That's probably not the best idea. I could probably just skip the turn and moved it next turn, but I also don't want to have the battle scanner expire. So we've kind of set ourselves up with a time limit here. And we'll have him hunker down. Alrighty. So we're gonna move Boomer up. She's taking the lead again. And there's some windows over there, but she's not seeing anything, so I'm gonna have her move up behind the truck, but completely blocked from line of sight. So far so good. I'm gonna do the exact same thing, follow in her footsteps, have Desperado come on up behind her. Alright. And now Collateral. Have him move up. Now, the difference between them is that I want Collateral to be able to shoot his rockets if necessary. So I'm going to put them on Overwatch. Plus, I want them to have some cover in case something bad happens. But nothing bad happens there. You still see the alien inside. I mean, we can detect it, but we can't actually see it. Now here, what do? If we move up to the window, we'll definitely activate him. Are we ready for that? I'd prefer to see if I can get them behind the building, but in the end I just decide that I'm going to take Boomer and move her up the one square, see if she can see in the window. She cannot. They can't see her, she can't see them. And I'm going to have Desperado move over there. Now they can't see Boomer, but they can see her, so who knows. So there's the 3 thin men. I'm going to see if our snipers can see them, and they cannot. There's a wall right there anyway. And here is where the rocket comes into play. But the problem is, for him to fire the rocket, he could probably, take a couple of them out right there. But there's a truck, and he's going to hit that truck, it's going to explode, and it's going to kill Desperado. So we need to Boomer. So we need to get them away from the truck, away from that van. So we're going to run and gun. I'm going to run and gun back over here as far away as possible, see if she can still see somebody, and she can. But I'm going to wait and use their run and gun after we see what the rocket does. I'm going to move her to her full range over here. They are in full cover, but it is kind of a dangerous situation. And here we're going to use the rocket, just like I thought we might have to. I'm going to put it right up over there. Try to take as many out as possible. Wow, and it did take out the van. So it was a good thing we got away from that thing. A good thing we got away from that thing. Okay, just too many things. Okay. Even though the wall's down, the snipers can't see anybody because the ones that they could have seen are dead. So there's one more thin man hiding back in there. And we can't see him.
Roger, I've got eyes on.
So I'm going to use their run and guns. Remember, they did run and gun. And put them on Overwatch. The thin man comes up. Oh, he's just on the edge. Oh, but he does decide to move on out.
Do you hear something?
There's 5. Oh, got him.
Miles pacified.
Nice one. I'm not quite sure exactly who got the kill. Looks like both snipers fired. One of them got the kill. Okay. So, that's 3 up, 3 down. Moving on. I'm going to send them around the back to that door. The idea is to open the door. If there are any aliens there, that'll activate them, and they'll rush toward the windows into cover for our snipers to pick them off from behind. That is the idea. That is the strategy. We'll see how well that works. Right now, they're pretty much as far away out in that corner as possible. Another strategy would have been to move the snipers up and keep them with the squad. There's a lot of validity to that strategy as well. So we'll just have to... Right now, at this point, we're just trying out different strategies, see how they work on impossible difficulty.
I'm on it.
Ah, there we hear something. Sounds like they're inside, but that's not for sure exactly where inside. Certainly nothing that the snipers can see yet. And we have Hoffman out of position, collateral. Okay, so we're going to put Desperado on one side, put Boomer on the other side of the door. Now, K, he is just barely an assault as it is, so I'm just going to have him move on up. And then we'll have Collateral do a catch-up. But we want to do it in 2 moves. I'm thinking if you sprint, it's louder and it may alert the aliens that something is going on there. I'm not quite sure all the logic that gets applied to that. I'm going to put everybody on Overwatch just in case something happens. And it does. On patrol, 3 thin men are spotted by the snipers.
Damn it! Adjusting sights.
And they miss, so we have 3 thin men activated. 3 sectoids are also activated. So we have 6 aliens that are activated. And now it's our turn. And of course they missed their Overwatch. So one idea, I could have the snipers sprint down the street just to be taken out from behind. 68%.
Pacified.
Alright, that's 5 aliens that we've activated. Now, our snipers are in deep trouble because that's all the aliens know is where the snipers are, and they're going to be coming for them, and I do not want to lose my snipers. So I have to somehow get all of these guys into the battle as quickly as possible. Come on, Boomer. Boomer in on our first move. Now I can put her over there. Now why that is not cover, I don't know. There's something right there that just is not providing cover. So, in the end, I do decide to go ahead and run and gun. Put her behind it, whatever it is. And she activates 3 more. That is 8 aliens activated. We basically activated everything on the map, probably. She can see 6 aliens. She has no moves left. She might as well take a shot. 77%, take the one farthest away. Or take the thin man, the most dangerous one. So what do you do? 77, take the better chance to hit.
Nailed him.
And that was a thin man at 77. So now we're down to 7 aliens. And everybody has their move, but... oh, Lord. Desperado is desperate. We need to do something to get up there. There's all sorts of... now we can see where the aliens are. There's a lot of different choices on where we can actually move, and I decided to put her
Hunt him down.
run and gun right there. And sure enough, she can see 2 of them. They are in cover, 55 and 46. We're going to take the 55 chance.
Damn it. Enemy
And
is
it's a
still
miss.
alive.
Brutal. Brutal. Okay. K. I think we're going to have him move up right there. And he can see 1, but it's a 30% chance. So, instead of that, I'm going to have K throw smoke and cover our assaults. And I'm just hoping that that doesn't make them, make our snipers be the target that everybody shifts to because of that. Because we're in desperate situation. I'm going to send Collateral up in there. It would be a full sprint, but he'll be in position for next turn, assuming everyone survives this turn. Okay, so Lockdown has a chance to hit on 1 guy, 57 I think it said.
Taken care of.
Sectoid down. 6 aliens remaining. Gives him an extra hit point, and they're linked together. And then they do the same. So now we know there's another alien up really close right there, a sectoid. And you see him go on Overwatch. We have to be careful of those Overwatches. And he is right there shooting through the smoke. And it's a miss. I have no doubt that Boomer would have gone down from that shot, or this one, had it not been for the smoke. And now this one's going against the... instead of taking a pot shot at our snipers, he goes on Overwatch, which is his mistake. That's a pretty bad mistake. Boomer is going to move across. Now, I know one of them's on Overwatch, but she has lightning reflexes now. And that will put her in full cover. And there goes the lightning reflexes from the one outside. 64% with 2 shots. It's a minus 15, but taking 2 shots at that percentage is better than taking 1 at a higher.
No rounds.
I think the break point is like at 30% or something. Alright, so I send K on up to where he can see one of them and at least get into the battle. 40% chance to hit. Let's go ahead and take it. And he kills him. Good job. We have 5. The snipers can't see anybody. We have 5 aliens remaining. Desperado can see 3 of them. And that's a problem. Boomer is already moved and is out of ammo, which is a bad situation to be in. Collateral. We know one of those aliens is close to the door. And one of those aliens in the back is also on Overwatch. So we don't want to trigger their Overwatch. If we move up that far, we may end up doing so. So we may not want to move up that far. Anything beyond that would be a sprint. So finally, in the end, I just decided to move him up right there and put him on Overwatch. And now, while Hadar can see 3, the snipers can't see any of them. So she is the most vulnerable. So I decide to take a look around, see if there's anywhere that she can move. And in the end, after looking at all the options, I decided to hunker down. And I'm going to put the 2 snipers on Overwatch. We have 5 aliens remaining. 1 links to the other. And another links. Now I like it when they link, even though it gives them an extra hit point, because that's 1 less alien that's going to be moving in to shoot at us.
X-ray down.
Alright, he is down. 4 to go.
Need a resupply.
They move up right there. Again, the snipers cannot see anyone, but Desperado can see 2 of them. Now, both of them, it's worth it to take a shot. If you can kill 1, you take out both, and she does. And right there it said she earned a promotion. 2 aliens to go. Boomer is completely out of the battle, having to reload now. She can see both of them,
Back online.
but I just have her reload. Now, I know that they both moved. I send Collateral up. He could see 1, and I'm going to have him suppress that guy.
Ready to engage.
And I'm going to have him reload, although I probably shouldn't have. Probably should have had him on Overwatch, just in case somebody comes up in front of the windows, and put everyone else on Overwatch. Now he links to his friend instead of trying to take out the guy that's suppressing him. And he's going to take a very, very bad shot at Collateral. And now it's our turn. We have full range of movement. She can see 1. He's linking to the other one. 66% again. And again. Down and down.
Excellent work. All objectives complete.
Mission complete. Yes, we killed 12 of them. Yes, we didn't take any damage, but wow, that was close. Panic in Russia. And Panic in Egypt from the missions that we did not take. And we're heading on back home. That was a difficult mission. That we activated everybody at the same time. The snipers activated them. It was pretty hairy there. Very tense. But we managed to pull it out.
Let's hope all of these operations go as smoothly as this one did.
Yes, it was very good. All right, we're up to Major on lockdown with low profile. That comes in very handy. Collateral. Grenades are danger zone. 2 grenades is nice, but they don't really do anything. Danger zone increases the area of effect of suppression and the rockets. And between flush and rapid fire, of course we go with rapid fire. And now K, our support, we're going to take Sprinter for the extra movement. Alright. Successful mission. We got the 4 scientists. Panic down in Australia.
We will be in touch, Commander.
the thing is, when you take an abduction mission, it reduces the panic where you're at. Here are 2 scopes for 4 engineers. That is a deal you cannot pass up. So we're going to take that deal. But we need to sell something to get enough money. We have 81 now. And we buy a couple scopes. Alright. And now we can do the deal. Alright. So that 4 engineers is definitely worth it. But what I was saying was abduction missions, the continent, if you don't take it at a particular country, the entire continent goes up. If you do take it, you only get the benefit toward that one country. So it would be nice if the entire continent went down when you took an abduction mission, but that would probably make the game too easy. Alright. So here we are. We're going to move up in time. We got heavy lasers coming up, satellite coming up. And there's our heavy lasers. We've used up all of our alloys again, so we can't actually do anything with that. Now at this point, I would like to... we have all the lasers, so it's time to research alien materials to get armor.
Innocent civilians.
Commander, our
So we move up, and here's our satellite.
We are ready to
Satellites.
deploy it on your orders.
But we're still 5 days out from the council meeting. So we want to move forward in time a little bit, get a little bit closer to be sure nothing changes before we deploy our satellites. Alien materials is researched. Nanofiber vest, I don't really do anything with that. I much prefer the scopes. We're here to kill them and not... I mean, it's nice to have armor to take a shot. But especially on this difficulty, we don't want to be taking any shots. We want to deal the damage. We need the damage dealing primarily. Now, I took xenobiology because we didn't have the resources to research the carapace armor.
We can take one of these things alive.
Yes. Without a live specimen, I'm afraid we've reached the pinnacle of what my team is able to accomplish.
And how do you suggest we do this, Doctor?
The autopsy I've just completed confirms that the alien's physiology is quite similar to our own. A highly concentrated electrical current delivered at close range should cause
Close range? And what happens if it doesn't work? Do you really think this is worth the risk?
I do. We do not know our enemy. How can we hope to stop something that we do not understand? If we can capture one of these creatures alive, we may be able to communicate with it.
And interrogate it. Find out what they want. Where they're operating from.
Yes. That possibility outweighs all risks, in my opinion. I can construct a safe enough facility to house our captive, but I do not know how we could possibly communicate with it.
Not to worry. I will see to that.
All right. I'll speak to the commander.
So he's all, hey, we could communicate with it, and then we're all like, oh yeah, interrogate it. Yeah, communicate. Communicate means interrogate, torture, kill.
I still can't believe Dr. Vaughn expects our troops to try to
Bring the information out of them. Alright, so now we're ready to launch some satellites. We have 3 available. We have 3 countries in panic. And I would love to get a benefit, but we don't want to lose any countries by trying to capture a continent. So I'm going to deploy them directly over each country that's in panic so we don't lose any. And it's just something I feel that we have to do. I mean, some would argue that let's sacrifice this country in favor of trying to get this entire continent and this benefit. But I feel, especially on this difficulty, you have to take everything you can get.
Excellent work, Commander. This council is pleased to see our continued support of this project has been worthwhile. We hope that your current successes only mark the beginning of an enduring effort to eliminate the extraterrestrial threat.
Yeah, that makes 2 of us, buddy. So we got a B on that one. We let one of the UFOs escape. We have all in on Africa.
Remember,
But we don't have
we'll be watching.
anything else on any other benefits.
This morning, Commander. We're always
All right.
glad to have more help down
We're ready to build on the steam. Now that we have some money, we're going to build our thermo generator. And that'll be up in 8 days. To build a satellite uplink, once we have the power, we do have the engineers and the money, we can build the satellite uplink immediately as soon as the thermo generator is up. Now, some may argue I should have put a power generator. Under the officer training school, we have some interesting choices here. The new guy really gives them an automatic promotion up to squatty, so I know who I got, what they're going to be, and whether I want to take them on the mission, and I consider that a pretty powerful one. I like it better than rapid recovery, wet work, or iron will. So I'm going to go ahead and fork over the 250 for new guy. And what that's going to do is over here in our soldiers, now we can see we have our third sniper. We have an assault, we have a support. So we're going to go ahead and give them their promotions. Sniper, assault, and support. Alright, so we have some backups. And we have 9 soldiers, which we're taking 6 at a time. If we start losing too many, then we'll have a problem. But now that we have satellites over Europe and Asia, we're going to buy a couple of interceptors for them. I would prefer to have 2 interceptors over each continent, but we just can't afford it. It's just too much money. And that could come back to bite us. We may have to reconsider our strategy a little bit later. We can now build an arc thrower if we want to. No, I don't know if we want to. Now at this point, I still don't have the resources to research carapace armor, but the Titan armor that I do want later will require UFO power sources to be researched. So I'm going to go ahead and start on that.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
Alright, we're going to have the satellite up, then the interceptors up, then the thermo generator at 7 days. So let's move forward to the thermo generator. And we have a large UFO contact, and I have no interceptors in range. So this is a very, very bad situation. I get the 1 interceptor in Asia within a day. I want to move forward just a tick to try to get that interceptor delivered. And it's too late. Panic in Russia. And we miss the interceptor. We missed the interception. We missed the UFO. I always hate those. They want a satellite. Look, if I have satellites, it'd be nice to have a spare. And we have a very large UFO. Now we have the interceptor over Russia. And by virtue of the fact that we let the other one go, here comes this huge thing.
Engaging bogey.
And really, I don't have a snowball's chance. Look at that weapon. You know, wanted to abort, but the interceptor was shot down first. I shouldn't have even tried to fight it. Oh my goodness.
Contact detected.
So we have nothing else that can... nothing can do anything against it. So we'll just move forward. And see what happens. We're gonna, but we do want to order an interceptor. Forgot about that. We do want to order an interceptor to replace the one that just got shot down. So it'll get there as soon as possible. 3 days.
Contact detected.
And again, there's nothing we can do for this guy.
We've just lost one of our satellites. We will now be unable to track any UFO.
And that is a
contacts over
first
that
for me.
particular
I have never had a satellite shot down before. And that is unfortunate. So, right now at this point, we need to start working on a satellite to replace it. Looking at the situation, Russia is in a panic. It said it was across the entire continent, but it looks pretty good. It's just mainly Russia. So we're going to build the satellite and get it up. Hopefully, as you can see, 20 days for the satellite, 25 days for the council report. The satellite will be complete just in time. And here's our thermogenerator. Now, with the thermogenerator, we have the power to build the
Generator online.
satellite uplink. And we're going to put it in a position where it can be linked to someone else. Oh, we don't have the funds. We need 105 credits. So we're going to head on over to the gray market. And we're going to sell some of our corpses. I don't know where the sectoid corpses went. I don't remember selling those at all. And we have 70. And that's 115. That's still not enough. We're going to go ahead and sell the flight computer. We have to get these satellites. We are researching the power source, but we've sold everything else. And so it's just a sacrifice we have to make. And we're going to start working on the satellite uplink. It'll be done in 20 days. We're not going to have the satellites ready for the end of this month. But by the end of June, we should have those satellites up, and that'll be good. And immediately we have alien abductions.
Multiple requests for assistance.
Okay,
Abductions in
Germany,
progress
Canada,
are marked on the
and
hologram.
Australia are our choices. Canada, we have a heavy, scientists in Australia, engineers in Germany. So we finally decide, given the situation and the engineers, to head to Germany with our crew. Now, this is the crew we had last time, but what I really want to do is concentrate on snipers. So I'm going to replace our heavy with our squatty Klein. I forget to put him in pink armor. So I'm going to have to remember that he is, he does not have squad sight. Boomer Desperado, and K, our support. And we head on up to Germany, specifically Berlin, for Operation Secret Summer. So I hope you'll join me here next time for that mission. Until then, stay safe.